Hey, everybody, we're here. New episode 5 for talking. We're just going to jump into this. I'm going to mix in some stuff from the NHL and from the Leafs and just sprinkle it all together. I'm going to say the most important thing here. Oh, Caps is here too. Uh, say hi to the fans. Do you have any espresso you want to show them before I jump into it?
It's a little too late for that.
It's true. It is a little too late. Okay, so let's talk about Jack Campbell. He's a goalie. He plays on the lefts.
I thought he played for the Leafs, but anyway.
The lefts.
What about him?
He won 9 games in a row.
So he tied the franchise record?
Tied the franchise record.
Okay. I think it's obvious that, you ride the hot goalie, and it seems as though he is the hot goalie right now, and, you play him. I'm just a little concerned over the fact that Freddie Anderson's still getting tests. Stupid for them to play the guy, even though he was hurt.
2 times.
Now, in my eyes, the fact that he's getting tested is just a bit of a concern. Like, it just pretty much tells me that he's going to be gone for a significant amount of time. And the time that he was playing hurt just added on to his time off, I guess.
It is absolutely mind-boggling that he came back from an injury, you played him, he got injured, then you played him again as soon as he came back, and now he's out again. And now all of a sudden, maybe we should take put the brakes on. Let's play Jack Campbell every other game, because guess what? We already made the flipping playoffs. Why are we pushing this to the limit to kill everyone on our team? We've been talking about this the whole time, and you said it the best. It doesn't make sense to play your injured players. Like, Auston Matthews got through it. Okay, that's great. He looks great right now. And we said Jack Campbell was going to be the guy, and they're going to step away from Anderson, and that's all that's happening. And all I can tell you is we're really good at this. And the Leafs need to stop pushing it. You're already in the playoffs. You're basically locked in. The chance of you getting kicked out would require you to lose almost every game for the rest of the year.
Yeah, well, it's going to hurt their chances to compete for the cup.
Isn't that exactly? Isn't that all that matters? Making the playoffs
that's the
doesn't
whole
matter.
point. That's the whole point of it. I mean, they're not going to play for a short period of time if they didn't play him while they were hurt. They recovered, they come back, and then just make a run for it. They have enough depth on this team to make the playoffs. I think we can agree on that.
Yeah.
I'm going to be critical. It was the wrong move to play these guys while they were injured. I'm sorry. It's you don't do that. You shouldn't have done that. All right. And, if people are going to comment on that and say otherwise, I'm sorry. I don't agree with you.
I honestly,
I was going to use a work analogy, but then I just thought of it and I was like,
don't. But I agree with you on all fronts of that. And so let's just move on here. Auston Matthews looks great.
Are you gonna play a person if they're sick with what's going on right now?
Yes, I am. Get in there and do your job.
I don't know how's that any different.
This episode is not moving past this, is it?
No, it's not, man. I'm pretty.
I know. I can tell.
I'm pretty peeved about that because, now you've seen the talk. Sorry, I know you brought up something else, but
no,
I'm seeing talks over the fact that they might get someone else and this and that.
Well, that's where I'm going to go next. But yeah, I mean, you had your Auston Matthews. There's nothing to talk about there. He just looks really good right now. I think the team is playing pretty well. Galchenyuk looks good. I know that makes you mad.
No, it doesn't really make me mad. It's just I originally thought that he had his chance with so many teams. It just didn't work out. So why bother, taking a chance on this person? And I just didn't think that he would be a fit. Not only because I thought that he wasn't as good as everybody thought he was, but just because of the cap issues. That's all.
Yeah.
And the fact that he is playing well, I'm sorry. Okay, you proved me wrong. Like, how many goals he scored?
I don't know.
Right there.
Statistics I haven't been paying attention to. I've honestly mostly just been watching like actual like the gameplay, which is really weird. I don't usually watch games like that. Which if I finally got to watch a couple games the last couple because they're later. But
I mean, they're playing well. I mean,
yeah,
good on them. I heard rumors that they want to bring in Sandine and take out Dermott.
I
Sure
mean,
why?
fine. I mean, you
I
trade
don't know why.
the
Like
guy that you should have been putting in.
Sandine is a good player, but the fact of the matter is, he's just too small.
Yeah. And
If
listen,
you put him up against somebody like Boston, good
the
luck.
guy that you should have been replacing Dermott with now plays in Columbus, so good for you. And I don't know. The Leafs can just do what they want right now. And I want to talk about this for a second because this is something that's really bothered me. And I was talking about this to somebody today. So all the media outlets in Canada, like the major ones, Sportsnet, TSN, The Score, are all saying that the Leafs should get Hall. Like everyone's thing is what players Canadian teams should get. And every single one for the Leafs has Taylor Hall. None of them have Palmieri or Foligno. They all have Hall. Does that make any sense? I don't want him.
Sure, if
Like,
Buffalo
no.
can retain pretty much the whole salary,
They would have
why
to
not?
retain. They have to retain, I think, $4 million.
Like, where are they going to fit that? Who are you going to give up for Hall? Like, you're going to have to give up a lot.
You would have to give up actual salary because even with the retaining, you'd still have to give up some sort of salary. The Leafs have 1.3 million, I think, of cap space. So you would still have to give up someone who actually has a salary. You can't trade a guy that's worth nothing, right?
No, you're gonna have to give up multiple.
Well, they're gonna want draft picks, is what they're gonna want. They're
No,
gonna
but I'm
want
just saying,
a
like,
bunch of draft picks.
you give up one person, it's not going to be enough. Like, Buffalo's going to have to retain most of the salary. Like, I don't know where you're going to be able to fit Taylor Hall on your lineup. I prefer Mike Foligno.
I would prefer Mike Foligno. This is dad.
Nick Foligno.
I would take Mike Foligno. I would take Nick. Why
Foligno?
not? I think that Nick is the perfect person for this team. And my second choice would still be Palmieri. I don't understand. Like, I get it that Taylor Hall is good. And oh my God, if you put him on this team, imagine what they could do. I understand that. But what if he doesn't do that? And because he doesn't contribute to you in any other way except goal scoring. He contributes in literally no other way. So if he doesn't do that, then what was the point of having him? At least Foligno and Palmieri will play on your penalty kill and be leaders on your team. Like,
yeah, they got the grit. I mean, they got toughness. That's what you need on this team. I think for the longest time we've always said that this team was soft. Yes, I think they've gotten a bit tougher, but overall, if they face Washington or Boston, they are screwed. I'm sorry, they are screwed. They're gonna get
if they face
physically
someone
overpowered by the opposition.
Let alone teams that have a combination of grit and defense, which will already be the biggest problem for Toronto. Facing teams like Washington, like you said, that have a specific goon whose job is to literally just mess you up, like Tom Wilson, that's when the Leafs are going to start failing. They don't have anyone to counteract a goon type player.
Yeah. I mean, they have Wayne Simmons, but I mean, like, you can only ask for so much from Wayne Simmons.
Wayne Simmons is not. I don't want those guys out there just scrapping people.
And I really don't want Spezza to be fighting like he did with that Columbus player last year.
If we've proven anything from this season, as far as we've got, is that we need Jason Spezza on so many more levels than to do that. We need him to do so many things. He can't afford to be in the penalty box for 5 minutes.
And you cannot be expecting anybody on defense like Muzzin or Bogosian to go fight somebody.
Yeah,
You
because you
can't
can't lose
because
them
you
for 5
need them.
minutes.
Yeah, you can't. You need them. Like that's actually one thing I want to touch base on. I think Bogosian is like a hell of a pickup for this team. He doesn't get a
Yeah,
lot of credit,
I
which
agree.
is sad. But I think the last few games he's just been flying, and he's gaining confidence, and he's taking part of any sort of play in the offensive zone. I
I
think
agree.
he's done well, man. He's got a hell of a shot too.
Oh yeah.
But does a lot to defend his own goalie too. And I think that's speaks volumes in the way that Jack Campbell's been playing as well. So like, I think it helps overall. It's good on Bogosian. I think he's been playing well.
Yeah, I agree with that. So jumping, do you have anything else about the Leafs?
Do I have anything else on the Leafs? You just caught me off guard with that one.
Well, because I don't have anything else for Leafs.
Yeah, I really don't have anything else.
Okay.
I actually know what. Do you think Kerfoot's gonna get traded or no?
Honestly, he seems like a logical piece. Salary cap to like teams wanting him, like wise, especially because he's younger. But I don't think it's smart for the Leafs. I think he's gonna be a good player. And the kind of player that they're looking for is what I see him turning into, which is the thing that you know what I mean. Like,
Has the potential of really being a huge part of this team if he can build up a little bit of size is pure Engvall.
yeah,
Like he flies, and he's got a long reach. He's 6'5", but skinny as hell. Like he's just if he would have put on some size and actually be a little physical and throw his body around, like he could be a hell of a power forward, which is something that this team really needs.
their last line is like a pretty nice looking line.
What is considered their last line? Is it the Spezza, Thornton, Kerfoot line?
No, that's the third line. It's the Simmons, Makayev, and Ingval or something like that.
Yep. Because they always like rotate those two lines.
But yeah,
it's a hell of a line, man. It's a hell of a line. But anyway, I'm done with that.
All right, so just a couple quick NHL things. Patrice Bergeron got his 900th point. Good for him. It happened tonight, so shout out.
Yeah, you see that penalty that he did on Crosby?
No, I did not.
Stick just right off the face-off. Pretty bad.
I like it. You got the Capitals are saying that they're hoping they have high hopes that Lundqvist is going to come back. But like you've been playing so well this season, do you just inject a 40-something-year-old guy into your roster? I don't know if
sure. Why not? If he's a reliable backup.
Yeah, but I'm saying, do you
I wouldn't make him the starter.
No, okay, that's what I'm saying.
See how Chara is working out for that team? They love him on that team, eh?
It's exactly what they want.
They need.
Yeah, and so, I mean, you got a lot of the players sat out. So Palmieri sat out, Hall sat out. A lot of there's trades coming. I'm seeing this right now live.
So like going back to what we were talking about before, if Hall's a healthy scratch for a team in Buffalo,
yeah, but he's a healthy scratch to get traded. What makes
you think that he would work out for anyway? Whatever.
They're healthy scratching him to be traded.
Sure.
That's why you take them out of the lineup because you don't want them to get injured before you trade them. I don't know.
Is that the same for what's his name, Jeff Skinner?
Jeff Skinner is just like a lifetime injury.
Like, guy's getting paid for what, over 8?
Listen, he looked coming into the season when they signed him. He looked like he was going to be great, and then like he's a talented hockey player, but he's not worth.
Didn't they say that last year as well?
Yeah. I'm not saying this year. I'm talking about last year.
Okay.
This year he disappeared like Kyle Okaposo. The guy's a friggin' injury-prone, once talented player. I mean, I don't know what to make of that. There's a lot of that in the NHL now. There's a lot of parity with the people who were super, super talented and then fade away due to injuries or whatever. Like, I don't know. We'll see. Canadian division, who do you think is the best right now other than the Leafs?
I mean, Winnipeg's still solid. Edmonton's okay. I think Montreal is going to step up with the addition of Eric Staal. He scored the overtime winner the other night. I totally forgot that Corey Perry was on the team. But I think they're gonna step up. It all depends on the play of Carey Price, if he's into it or not. But I think they're gonna be okay. I think that Edmonton's gonna end up being second place behind the Leafs.
I think I got to agree with that.
Yeah. It doesn't take away the fact that Winnipeg's playing solid, but I think
I don't know how long Edmonton. I don't know how well Winnipeg will keep that up against teams that are not Calgary, Ottawa, and Vancouver. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Calgary. I feel bad for Calgary, man. I mean,
Calgary,
they got Daryl Sutter, but it's just not working out.
They're very top heavy, right? Like, this is something I said before. It's not that their team is bad, but most of their star talent is all in the top pair defensively and the top line offensively, and then the rest of the team is just like scattered okay players. And
I see that team being disbanded in the next couple of years.
It's good. I think this offseason it's going to happen. I think they're probably going to keep Sean Monahan, Kachuk, and Mangiapane, and they're going to get rid of everybody else.
You ever notice that the announcers really love to say Mangiapane's name?
Yeah, of course. Who wouldn't? That sounds like a great name to scream.
Awesome. It's awesome.
I mean,
apparently he's from Bolton too.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's what I heard.
Maybe he knows you.
I heard from a friend of mine. So
yeah. So I don't really have anything else. It wasn't a very news heavy little while, actually. Well, we're coming up on trade deadline, so I'm assuming you're going to get a heavy episode out of that, guys. But I feel like this trade deadline is going to be a busy one. Yeah,
when's the trade deadline?
I believe it's the 19th. I will tell you right now. Distract the fans.
Sure. I just don't see there being a lot of movement because of
April 12th.
Cap issues. April 12th, there you go. So I just don't see a lot of movement happening this year because of the cap issues and because of
the NHL is going to start doing a lot of NBA contracts. This is my last thing that I have. You're going to start getting a lot of NBA type contracts and NFL type contracts where it's 1 year with a player or a team option. So that way, when deadline comes, you can move them because you can retain salary till the end of a season. You can't retain salary for like 5 years. That's going to kill
Yeah, but the player would have to agree with that.
No, they wouldn't. Oh, to sign them in the first place, yeah. But that's how contracts are going to go because that's what I see in the future. In a cap era, that's what you have to do. Like,
not if they're looking for security. If they suck.
Yeah, but if no one's going to pay you to play, are you going to take $4 million a season for 5 years for security, or are you going to take $8 million now?
That's easy for you to say. There might be a team that's willing to pay.
We're just talking about how there's no money because of the cap era. Now you're saying everyone has money to spend.
Eventually, contracts are going to run out, so they're going to have to sign these people.
Yeah, but exactly. And then when you sign
that's how you clear up room.
Okay, but then,
anyway, get out of here.
Yeah, this guy's wrong. Anyways,
no, you're wrong. See you later.
This guy's wrong.
End episode.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment in the comments saying this guy's wrong. Okay.
You suck.
All right, bye.